Welcome to another exciting episode of Trash It. And on the panel today are the usual gang of Celia, Funshaw, Jude, and one virgin. And that is Shego. We've got a brand new virgin to unpack on the show.
Hey, welcome, Shego.
Thank you. Shego's our newbie. Welcome to the show. Now, let's kick things off. A lady on Twitter sent tweets ablaze when she said Nigerian men, and I quote, are not worth the wahala that they bring to the table. So let me read what she said quickly. She said, maybe it's just me, but I don't really believe a lot of Nigerian men even make good for life, even make for good life partners, especially when I try to select for the criteria important to me. They just bring very little of needed use to the table.
Oh boy.
Everything they usually bring, I already have. Emotional support and intelligence, majority don't have the range. Financial support, I don't need it. I rarely even come across Nigerian men that out-earn me. Domestic labor, men are intentionally useless. So
oh boy.
The value added. This is one of the reasons it's much harder to partner with an average Nigerian man these days. When you realize how little they bring to the table, it starts to feel that you're doing unnecessary charity. Charity case. For some Nigerian men that still want you to submit, please make it make sense. So let me go to Celia first and foremost.
No men they are talking about.
No, but it was a woman. It was one of your kingship people.
This one is a feminist, so I'm not in that their feminist club. I'm not. I said it before. Please.
Was that written by Chimamanda Adichie?
No. Interestingly, it wasn't. So Celia, let me go to you as the only woman apart from myself on this panel. You have dated and end up marrying a Nigerian man. To what degree do you agree with the mindset of this wonderful sister? And how well is it true?
You see, I don't believe that she's entirely right. She has a point, but she's not entirely right. Not all men are useless. And the thing is, I've never really dated any man that didn't have a job. So the point where a man even lied to me that he was a lawyer. Do you understand? And this man, he would dress up in the morning and wear
at least put some effort
and go to work and then come back again. Just for like 3 months, I was in that relationship. This man actually did that because I'm not one to go out with someone that doesn't have a job, that doesn't have a career. But in saying that, I can see that sometimes some men like to jump on the bandwagon of, I run my own business, I'm employed, I have my own thing, but really and truly, they don't really have anything. And you find that the women in that relationship are the one carrying the relationship. I mean, it's okay if your husband doesn't have a job. Do you understand? Maybe for 1 month, 2 months, but boy, you have to be looking for. Do you understand? If you're not looking for, you have to be doing something that brings in the money. Okay, I'm not saying that the man has to always out-earn his partner, but at least bring something tangible to the table. However, women also, this woman sounds like someone that's on a very high horse. Do you understand? That's why I call her a feminist. I'm sorry, all those feminists out there, because I know most feminists this is how they sound, and their MO be that, not them be that.
I don't think so she did high herself. I just think she's a level low.
Oh, okay. So maybe you're coming from a different perspective, and I think I know where you're coming from, Jude.
Yeah.
But I'm just looking at it as it is, as what she has written, and she sounds like those women that I'm it, and the man has to be on my level. But we need to understand that sometimes you don't always have to marry a man on your level. You can marry someone that is not on your level and help them come to your level, because not all fingers are equal, right? So some of the things she's saying, yes, it makes sense. Some of the things she's saying, it doesn't make sense, because there's some men that are very good domestically as well, right? They're good domestically. And excuse me, do you really need a man these days? Do you really need a man or a woman to be domesticated when you can hire the help out there? Do you understand? So I don't know.
Before I go to the men, Celia, I'm going to ask you one more question. Looking at Nigeria and how we grew up, men are supposed to be the provider, right? In some case, at least to a large extent. Mm-hmm. And I ran a poll with some ladies, and the gist I got back is kind of similar to what you just said, that most guys have nothing to offer aside money. So when a girl, like the sister in question, has her own money, what else is the man bringing to the table?
The man can bring good conversation. The man can bring good morals. The man can bring support to the table as well. Yes, there are lots of things outside of money that a man can bring, but then it depends on what that woman wants. Do you understand? So what else do you want? At the end of the day, when you're dating your partner, you need to know, apart, okay, yes, this man has money, check. What else does he have that I want? Do you understand? If he doesn't have that other thing that you want, it could be good conversation. Some women, some people out there, they just love it when a man can have intelligent conversation. Do you understand? The man can bring, you know, business mindedness. The man can be very business minded. Let's invest. Let's do this. What's the next project? There are men that are very driven like that. Do you understand? So it's up to you as a woman to look for that other thing that a man wants. I'm struggling to understand how this woman has never found a man that can match her. So that makes me wonder where she's looking.
Okay.
You understand? What circle is she surrounding herself with? She sounds like she's on a very high horse. So I'd like to think that since you're on this very high horse, you're mingling with people that are on the same wavelength as you. So it shouldn't be that difficult for you to find someone on your level.
I don't think the question is about not finding someone. She wants a Nigerian man, but I'll come back to you. Now, I can see that Funshaw, Jude, and Shegun are boiling. Calm yourself. So, wait, some of your men folk are reported to lack emotional support and intelligence. And most, according to this lady, are intentionally useless. So when it comes to domestic labor, what have you got to say to this? Because she kind of put you people in one pack, like, it sounds, no, you can clean the house, no. So what have you got to say with this? Because this lady, and Celia agrees to some extent on what she said. And there are a lot of people that actually said, well, when you look at Nigerian men, these are the current trends that people have a issue with when it comes to our Nigerian men.
I think for me, though, like the reason I said, interrupted Celia to say she has a low level or low, how do you call it? Low self-esteem or something. You see, like attracts like.
Yeah.
She's equally as useless as the men she attracts into her own life. Forget about money. Money don't buy no class. We have some rich idiots, proper idiots. They don't have class. We have people with very meager income. Where the way they carry themselves, you will be like, whoa, I thought that guy was a millionaire. So like attracts like. She's attracting her kind. It's fact. It's proven. Yeah. But yes, of course, not just Nigerian men. We've had a lot of stuff about Nigerian men from women who are not even Nigerians. The truth of the matter is Nigeria is a very huge place. We have more than 330 million people, if I'm not mistaken. We can't even, if you go Antarctica, Nigerians are there. Alaska, Nigerians are there.
So, Greenland.
And even some other people now, they so love Nigerians that they call themselves Nigerians, you know? So everything goes wrong, Nigerian man. Because we're big in size, so you can see why that comes. But having said that, though, from my own experience with guys, yes, emotional intelligence is almost like what we were discussing in the past. Emotional intelligence comes with maturity. Yes, some of us, I'll use myself as an example. I don't think my wife comes here, she will say, yes, I've always been there emotionally supporting her. We do detach, and then sometimes we don't know how to really, I don't know what that is all about, whether it's the upbringing, whether it's me missing my father in my side, I don't know. But that does happen. But you have to have the ability to be able to reconnect. Talk about domestic work. I was brought up differently in a home where as you grow older, you do all of those stuff. So they come natural to me. A woman has told me on the phone, she said, every time I call you, I always hear noise going, what is happening? I said, I'm always washing plates when you come. If my husband heard that, don't let my husband hear on that trouble, it will cause and cause. You see, she's with a man who doesn't do that, who don't think a man should be doing that. They said the man will call me an idiot for being in the kitchen cooking, standing there washing dishes. Yes, there are all these people there, but she is attracted. There are better Nigerians there too, just as we have the equally bad ones. But she is definitely attracting her kind, and I think she has low self-esteem. Forget money, not be about money, man. She's attracting her kind, trust me.
She's attracting her kind. Good. Shegun.
Yeah.
And I want you to think about this. Like, it's considered. Yeah, go on.
I understand where she's coming from. She must.
You do?
Yeah, she must have gone through a lot to get to this point she is now. But I feel she needs reorientation. You know what I'm saying? She needs to define what she wants in a relationship, especially with Nigerian men. You understand? Instead of just putting everybody together and saying, oh, a lot of Nigerian men are like this. So I think she needs reorientation. That's for me.
Spot on.
Okay. But you would say it's a lived experience if she's saying that these are the things that are missing in the Nigerian men that she's dated. So I'm going on what Jude said. You guys are imperfect. Did you think you were in tune with what women actually want when it comes to things like emotional intelligence or support?
Yeah, talking about support, like I wasn't brought up like I always have people that cook for me. I have all these people that but when I got married, then I started learning all these things. You understand what I'm saying? So I learned this, and I can say for a fact now that yes, I'm a better person than where I used to be. So that's what I can say.
Yeah. Funshaw, man on the streets. Emotional intelligence, emotional support, it doesn't take. And domestic men are allegedly reported yesterday. And you can't say that all men know how to cook. We've seen instances like Jude and Shegun said, some men don't know how to do ish. Are you saying this sister is not justified in a write-up?
Okay. So firstly, I agree with what Jude said before, that she attracts what she exudes. Yeah. So because she is probably deficient in some areas, and that's why she's attracting those kind of guys. Because if I meet this kind of woman, I'm going to walk away. That's just me. I'm going to walk away because it doesn't gel with my spirit. You understand? So she might be rich. It's not a problem. There are so many guys that are also rich. Why do we also rub it on the faces of the ladies? I know some guys do, yeah, but she's rich, fine. It doesn't matter. Why not look for? I know ladies that are very rich, and they got to marry guys that are not rich, but they have street sense, and they help them invest that money in different businesses, making the money more. So what is it that she has that someone else has not had? You get, so she should just cool down. Then, like I said, she may have been meeting the toxic guys, the guys that are not showing the right representation of all guys. I'm not saying all guys are perfect. We have guys that are the worst of us all, but not everybody. Don't just say Nigerian men like that and just put us in one basket. No, it is wrong, and I will not accept it. Then, Jude said sometimes you might not be. Yeah, some of us are not emotionally there, but I can say, for example, myself, I'm emotionally invested in my marriage. I want to see what is happening. And if you understand, in one of the episodes we had before, I said, anything that happens, tell me. I want to know so that we decide together. Don't decide for me. Tell me, let us sit down together and have this intellectual engagement. Let's talk about it. Here you get. So it's not all Nigerian men. And yeah, I can say it. If my wife is there, I won't cook. And I've said it several times. If she's there, I won't cook. But if she's not there, I will cook. Worst case scenario, both of us go into the kitchen and we cook together. But only me going to the kitchen to cook. I won't cook. But she knows I help her. I help her with the domestic.
Why? Because Lola goes to the kitchen and cook by herself. Why can't you go cook by yourself?
Because I can't cook it as much as she does. She's a perfect person. She knows how to cook it better than me now. So why would I go and cook it?
Yeah, true though.
So I prefer we go together. Cut this pepper, I'll cut it. Slice the onion. I'll be crying, but I'll cut it.
That's cooking.
But I will not. But only me go to the kitchen. Now start doing. I won't do it. Especially when she's there, I won't do it.
You're cooking by cutting that.
Yeah, we do it together. That's how we do it in our own place. And apart from that, I help her with things I can, like spreading the clothes when washing machine, arranging the house, sweeping the washing, doing the dishes, all those kind of things. So where's she coming from? Saying Nigerian men don't do that. Even after coming to the Western world, it doesn't change me.
We'll still continue.
I'm still the same person. Even if I had married, even if I hadn't, okay, if the saying is that, okay, because some of us, because we marry white people, that's why we do all this. If I married black over and over and over and again, I'll still be the same person. So, in a nutshell, she's just meeting the wrong set of people because, like Jude said, why haven't you called that douchebag today? That's your word. You keep calling the guys. When there's a topic that's against the guys, you call us douchebag, jump up the hill, all those things.
Apologies. I'm sorry.
The lady's a douchebag. exactly.
Oh my God.
How do we know she's not a
You
toxic
took on me
one?
there, man.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's
So I've got 3 very available men. So let me come back to you, Celia. I ran a poll with the men as well. And the feedback is that when men have money, they give their women the best. But when women have money, or when they make money, they just have a problem, as in they then have a problem with the other sex. Do you think men are intimidated by women who have their own money? As a woman that makes her own money.
Okay, so yes, I do. I think some men, not all men. You see, that's the thing, because as Funshaw said just now, not every man is perfect, and not every woman is perfect as well. Some men are intimidated by a woman who has it all together. But what I would say to men like that is, don't be. Okay, but then that's easy to say, but that depends then on the behavior of the woman, because there are some women that they know they have it more than the man, and they rub it in the man's face, right? I once introduced my friend to someone, to a guy, right? Now, this, my friend, she has it all together. Do you understand? She's a boss chick on her own level, like she's got it all. All she just said she wanted was a husband, someone, she wants to get married. I'm not saying for a woman to be successful, you have to get married. But for some women, they have everything, and what they say they want, okay, I want a man now, I want to settle down, I want to have a family. So this was what my friend wanted. And I introduced her to this guy, right? The guy didn't have as much money as she does, and the guy didn't have it all put together as much as she does. But I was expecting that the two of them would be able to merge and balance each other out, right? But unfortunately, the man went into that relationship already feeling low. He already had a low esteem in himself, because he knew that the woman had more than him. So just something very basic, for example, he didn't have a car, the woman has a car. It's not even a big deal, right? Because these days you can use Uber and whatnot. But for him, that was already an issue, right? And then sometimes when they go out, when they go to the cinema, the woman ends up paying, and maybe he doesn't have money to pay. Again, that's not an issue. But I just feel like it got to a point where he felt so intimidated that he became a bit embarrassed in himself, and he found a reason to end that relationship, right? Oh. But now the girl is married today to another man, a man who appreciates a woman who is hardworking, a man who appreciates a woman who, okay, this is someone that we can now build together. You understand? Because what I would say to women is, if you're earning £1 million a year, for example, please don't be looking for a man that earns £1 million a year as well. Because a man that earns £1 million might not be looking for you. That man might be looking at other things. There might be other things that he would want. Number one, he might not want to just settle with one woman. Do you understand? He thinks that he has it all now, so he can pick and choose whatever he wants. But as a woman, because the society has already made us to be more humble, or to be more, you can't just go out there and do. There are certain things that a woman cannot do that a man can do within the society. It's all right for a man to sleep with multiple women, right? And people will be like, well done. You don't smash this one, you don't smash this one, correct. But for a woman, it's not like that. Do you understand? So for me, what I would say is, for this woman, she sounds like she has been through a lot, but at the same time, she cannot hold every Nigerian man to the standards of the men she's been meeting before. I have a husband, and God, right? I thank God every day for my husband. My husband is not that kind of man that will sit in the living room and I'll be cooking. He's not that. He will come. Babes, help me bring out this from the freezer. Babes, help me do this. We do it together. In everything we do in this house. You see this house, we do it together. But it doesn't mean that my husband is not a man's man. Do you understand? No. But that's what he knows that I like. I appreciate it. And I know that him doing that as well, it brings us even closer together. So what I'll say is, at the end of the day, people are different, men are different, women are different. She shouldn't just put all men in one bag and say this is what they are, and all Nigerian men are like that. No, all Nigerian men are not like that. And as Funshaw has already said, where is she going? Where is she meeting this man? Do you understand? Where is she meeting this man? She wants emotional intelligence. She also must be able to give that to be able to receive it, right? Because at the end of the day, you cannot receive what you don't give. So as Shegun said, she might be the one with the problem. Honestly.
I'm sure the sister will be like, Celia is not really sitting on the fence with him, but it's good. I like it that way. Now, Funsho, are men intimidated by women who have their own money? Because if we reverse this, if this lady was a guy that had money, is comfortable, he'll be seen as a catch. Nobody will have an issue with the fact that he can't communicate very well. Nobody will have an issue that he's emotionally not available. And nobody will have an issue that the fact that he's not domesticated. So are you men intimidated by women who have their own money?
So I will answer this in two ways. The first way is, as a guy generally, some guys are quite like they're kind of intimidated by ladies that have money. And I said Ajike.
You miss her.
Ajike keeps to come to my mind. Yeah, because she's always saying that poor men should not have sex. Those kind of things. That's why Ajike came to my mind. Okay, Celia just mentioned it, and it has to do with the behavior of the lady. You get the lady has money, and she's not all rubbing it in and all over the guy's face. Then why not? They should be fine. There shouldn't be a problem. You get, but like I said, generally, or maybe because of the African background or something, when the lady has more, it feels somehow to the guy, and they feel intimidated, sort of. Now that's for the general populace. Now, for me as a person, I've always said it at every opportunity I get. I've always said this, that I'm from a very, very, very poor background. I had to hustle to get to where I am right now. And having that at the back of my mind, growing up, I was like, if you get money, now even better pass.
Same mindset.
I don't care whatever anybody has to say. Okay, I have my pride. I have my principles. I have what I would do and what I would not do. But I don't care if you have money more than me. I don't even have anything I'm bringing to the table. How about that?
Yeah.
Okay, all through my university days, what was working for me was what I had upstairs. I didn't have anything in my pocket. And there were ladies there. Another one will cook for me. Another one will give me pocket money. Another one will buy me textbook. That kind of thing. And the only way I could pay back was maybe teaching them something or something. So
what are you teaching them?
Academically, Yuri. Academically, Yuri, leave my case. So that was the only way I could pay back. And at no point did I feel inferior to any lady. Because fine, I had something I was giving back, but it wasn't compared to what they were giving. And even when I got to Europe, the lady that kind of made me stable eventually, she had more than enough. And at no point did I feel intimidated or whatever. I was even like, we're even discussing on things to invest in and all those things. So we have money like Bill Gates. It makes it better. Call me Gigolo. I don't care.
Now your business. Exactly.
So,
okay. Funsho, that was wonderful. Shegun, are men intimidated by women who make their own money? Because this sister is financially independent. Or do you think her mindset, if she was broke, she won't think this way?
Yeah, I think if she was broke, she won't think this way, number one. Then, yeah, she won't think this way because now she has a man that is rich, you understand? And now she won't think this way. But to me, I'm not intimidated with any money or no money, no intimidation. Because what men really like, is they love women that respect them. You see, if I don't have anything, just respect me. Pretend to even respect me. You understand? Then just give me that respect and then don't nag. Like this lady, I'm still going back to the lady. She nags a lot and she doesn't respect men.
That's why you saw that in this message that she wrote.
Is there, Yuri.
That is why she's always meeting this same circle of men. You understand? It's a pattern. So she needs.
It is a pattern.
Yeah. So she needs to get herself. I don't know. She needs to work on herself. And like I said, she needs to define exactly what she wants in a man. Okay. If she can do that.
Let me ask you, respect. Yeah. What does respect mean to you? Because are you asking her to be submissive? Why? What does respect?
Why just answer what the Bible says. The Bible says, "Love your wife," and then women be submissive to your
okay,
husband.
So you see, I have an issue with that. What is submissive to your husband? What does that mean?
Submissive, not that she start like now. She's already rubbing that she's rich. she's already rubbing it on the men's faces. You understand what I'm saying? So that alone is even making those men like, no, I don't want this kind of woman. You understand what I'm saying? So that's not respect. You're already looking down at me already. Okay, you have all the cars, you have all the houses, but I'm your husband. It still doesn't change the fact that I'm your husband. So give me that, like, oh, I'm your husband. I'm paying the bills I should pay. I'm paying the bills, paying the house thing, but you are my wife, but you earn more. Does not make you the man of the house. You know what I'm saying? So that's the respect that we men want from our helpmates, because that is it.
I will go to Jude, but I want to understand this respect. So is it that she needs to kneel down when she sees
No.
you?
No, there's no lily down. There's no karma. There's no all those. What I'm saying is, she should just respect her man, appreciate the man the way he is. Before you got married, see, there's a foundation. All relationship has this foundation. When you guys were dating, you know what this guy like, you know what this one does it. You understand? Then walk along that way, walk along that path, and grow together. With that, I think, I don't know how to put it again, but that's my own respect, though. That's how I believe.
So like acknowledge you, not nag.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't nag me, yeah.
No nag. Okay. Jude, are men intimidated by women who have their own money?
Yeah, we've had stories. So it's possible they're intimidated, but I share similar thought process with Funsho. Growing up, we were brokers, brokers of broke things. So I get
really broke.
My mindset. I was always chasing the rich ones. So trust me, my guys would be like the Paco never agreed for you in Ajebo. I was going after the Ajebo because I knew I had something in the head and I could woo them with the way I would talk smooth. Look, I was always targeting Ajebo, those big men, children. They're not greedy at the end of the day, but it was them. So I wasn't intimidated. I just thought I was going to call with my street cred, with my intelligence, with my talking, and they would be swayed. And that was it. Because I knew I was lacking something. So why would I go into a relationship again that we're both lacking similar things and we'll struggle out of it? So I knew I was lacking something. I needed something to complement that. Yes, but there are people who are intimidated. And again, it goes down to what Shegun was just trying to explain. It's not respect as in come kneel down in front of me. It's that acknowledging, because some people will rub it on your face. I don't think I will remain there for 2 weeks if all of a sudden you're letting the whole world know that you have more and you're the one who's buying pants and bras for me or buying boxes and doing all of that, feeding the house. But yeah, definitely I will not remain there. That's just the acknowledgement that we're together in this. I know you came with your own success stories. You met me where I was. I didn't come rub it in your face. You met me where I was, and you consider that to become a relationship, then you should at least acknowledge that. But for men to be intimidated by women, I think men should not be intimidated, because it's the way society has done it, though. Because if the man MC Oluomo, I think they said he's not an educated guy.
He's not.
But
he's not that
he's
you
a billionaire.
Think. Dude,
yeah.
It's not that you think. He's not.
Okay, he's a billionaire and he's dated women who are educated. Nobody's going around and saying, oh, look at that. But when it comes the other way around, it's just societal expectations. When it comes the other way around, I think with the whole feminist talk and all of that, people are quick to say these days, I'm a boss lady. What does that mean? Whether the woman cooks at home, you're still a boss lady. Whether you're the one who, you're a boss lady still. Marrying a poor guy, you're still a boss lady. You don't have to rub it in my face. Look, my first girlfriend in this country, Nigerian girl, the first girlfriend, she bought me 2 t-shirts. I was overjoyed because I really don't get things from people. I don't do my birthday, so there's no avenue for me to get those gifts coming. She bought me 2 t-shirts. She was this girl who could she lacked patience. Beautiful girl. I won't mention her name. Beautiful girl. She lacked patience big time. She will call me on the phone. Jude, where are you? Oh, I'm there. I've been standing in this bus stop for the past 5 minutes. What? Bro, look, this Woolwich you see outside of Tasty, she tore the t-shirt off I was walking on the streets with my bare chest. Some guys then took me to a corner in this London. She did that. And she had a key to my room. Then she went to my house and said, you will meet me at home. Went to my yard, destroyed my music box. You remember those music boxes that came out those days? Those so-called surround system with the cinema or whatever. She just jumped in on them, The shirts she bought, she just took them and said, I bought this shirt for you, and she walked away. Now you can see why some people will feel that. But the things I gave her, I never asked for them back. You see where I'm going with this? So it's those expectations. But men should not be intimidated. But you can understand why some of them would be intimidated, because it will be rubbed right in their face. You know, when the chick gets the rich man, nobody cares.
Oh.
Nobody cares. It's what it is.
Okay, good. Now, I listened to Banky W and Adeswa's talk a few weeks back, and their main issue in the early days of their marriage is that Banky W did not understand the wife's love language. So I'm going to go to Jude, Segun, and Funsho before I come to Celia. Do you guys understand your partner's love language? And if yes, what is it? And how well in tune are you with it? Because you expect women to give. This is where, because we don't want you to walk off the show and just talk about how men Nigerian, because you guys are saying Nigerian men are the best things in sliced bread. So now let me ask.
I never said that.
That's what you're alluding to. So let's start with Segun.
Yes,
Do you know what your wife's love language is? And how well in tune are you with it?
Yeah, I know one of her love language.
I see him scratching his head. One out of. Continue.
One out of many, but at least I'm trying out of many. So I'll say, if there's any chaos now, any fight or whatever, as long as I bring in my flowers, I give her flowers. It's finished. That's her love language.
Wow.
Yeah,
that is so
just
easy.
flower. It's easy. Flower, and then we go back after, before we got married, we said to ourselves that no matter the argument, we shouldn't go to bed without resolving whatever must have happened. So that's another thing I always go back to. After giving her that flower, I'll start telling her, see, I don't want to say it on air, but that's the style. That's my own love language. That's our own love language.
That's beautiful. I love that.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Okay.
It's beautiful. I like that.
Jude, the man with the whiskey.
I was going to ask what the love language, because you see people just put terms there and they just think everyone understands what they're saying.
Let me break it down.
Break it down.
So let me use Adesua and Banky W as an example. She said her love language was someone sitting with her, as in her husband, talking to her, being there, like listening air. Yeah. While Banky W felt that giving her gifts, he felt money. Let me just be buying Louis Vuitton, Giuseppe's, Chanel's, money. He felt that it's a shame Ajike is not here. She likes her life.
That's Ajike's husband.
Ajike's love language is her life.
That's Ajike's husband.
So Banky W felt that was what she needed. So on one day, he was supposed to go out to a meeting, and he was saying, "Oh, but I'm busy." And then it just clicked to him and said, "Well, all she wants is just to talk to me. Give her time." And then he said he went back to sit with her, and then she started crying because that's all she wanted. Don't give her gifts. She just wanted someone there. So I'm going back to you, Jude. Do you understand? Because even that I'm breaking it to you now, I'm concerned. Do you understand Madame's love language?
Yeah, I wanted you to explain it. I know what you was alluding to, but I wanted you to break it down. Yeah. Very, very, very valid question. I think Madame love language will be around the flower, but me, I'm very useless to that. I just said I investing my money in bitter leaf or water leaf. It's not happening. But I still do buy it, not as much as I should do. That thing that Segun said about let's not go to bed with anger is beautiful. Although we did talk about that, but somehow I never allowed it to happen. I'm very, very, I don't want to say apologetic, but I'm very good at saying I'm sorry, even if I knew you were the person wrong, because I just can't go to bed with it anyway. That one is there. Another love language, I think she needs me to really cuddle her a lot. That I am slacking and lacking, because this big head, oh my God, when I'm in my zone, I forget so many things. And she will tell me, stop. I know you're thinking about money again, thinking how you want to do this, put that in place. Stop. I just can't stop. So in that aspect, I know I lack seriously. I understand that love language. Is that called sitting down together and discuss? Yes, probably I will not sit next to her because I'm on my table there or the computer. And we think we're all together in the house, but we're so lonely, if you get where I'm going. You think with the crowd, the crowd is there, the kids are there. No, sometimes with that crowd, you still feel very lonely. So in that aspect, I know that I lack and I slack, and I just can't talk about it. I can sit with her and say, come on, I know, what do you really want me to do on a day-to-day? I'm lacking here and I need to do that more. Seriously more. That's why I spoke about being emotionally detached at the beginning. It does happen, I can't lie. I'm detached. I'm very quick. I'm quick to detach. Quick. I'll just disconnect and I might not even talk the whole day, just in my zone, which is so wrong.
Absent.
Perfect. Funsho, what's your last love language and how well in tune are you with it?
Yeah, I try as much as possible to live up to the expectations of my wife.
Which is?
So the first thing is, I married a real African woman, so no flowers coming into this house. You bring flowers, she's going to wipe you with the flower. What should I do with the flower? Throw that thing away. So just like every lady or majority of ladies, money is the first thing that comes to mind. But it's not like the ultimate thing. If you don't have money to, she understands. But of course, if you say, babe, I just sent you 10,000 something or whatever, or you felt, she will still be angry, but at least you see the smile. It has softened the ground or whatever you want to say or something like that. So yeah, for all women, she's also a woman, so it works. Then, but majorly what she likes is help within the house. I call her my superwoman, and that is because there are things she does I can't do. I can't combine. I can't do it. Like she was studying and going to and working. I think I can't do it. I told her, I don't know where you got this strength from. I can't. Even when we're working together, actively, she will still come back home. I said, leave the dishes there. Let's order food out. She said, no, I have to cook. Something like that. I can't. I'm tired. You get? And so she loves help around the house. And I try as much as possible to help anytime I have to do it in the house. Then talking about, so that's majorly the things that I know she likes. Then talking about not going to bed when there's an argument, there's a fracas or something. I'm the opposite. Yeah, it's so hard for me to say sorry. Even when I know I'm at fault. It's so hard. And she's the one that keeps saying sorry most of the time. And when after the sorry, you now say, okay, now let's trash the issue. Then you now start, So when I know that I've actually gone beyond I've used all my lifelines. So whenever she's pissed off like that or like that, me, I know how to keep malice. I know how to keep short, and I'll not say it for days. But she doesn't know how to do it. Yeah. She doesn't know how to do it at all. So it's a case of whenever I know that my cup is full. Let me put it that way. I'll now go. Okay, whoa. So what was the issue? What did I do? Then she starts saying, I allow her to say everything I have done wrong. Once she finishes, she's expecting me to defend myself. Now counter argument. And I say, okay, I accept all the charges. I'm sorry. She wasn't expecting it. She was expecting a fight back, but I know. So I just, okay, I accept all the charges. I'm sorry. And that's all. It's settled. So I understand my wife very well, and I try as much as possible to stay in tune with those things. But unlike the other guys, it's hard for me to say sorry.
When Mr. Gwada and I started dating, I think it was one Valentine's Day, and then it was in the morning, and my bell went off. I opened the door, and this guy came with a huge bouquet of flower, and he was like, Yuri? I goes, yeah. I goes, from who? I said, well, I'm just here to deliver. So I was like, this guy must not know me. Me flower. Excuse me, they just brought something here. This is not my present. He was like, you don't like flowers. I was like, you must not know me. You grew up here. I came here. I like flowers. Yeah.
We don't do bitter leaf.
I don't do flowers. But as time evolved, my husband is that kind of person. He likes flowers. I don't know why. I've come to love flowers, but in the early stages of our relationship, it upsets me that he goes out, as in you go to the shop, you don't see chocolates, you don't see
only flower.
Flower.
So I've come to love flower. Now, Celia, let's come to you. Yeah. What is your love language? No, not actually you. What is OG's love language, and how well in tune are you? with OG's love language?
Oh Lord. Okay, so
because I know OG is my brother.
See, like it's been set up.
See, the thing, these are set up, honestly, because my husband does a lot for me. Do you understand that? Now that you've actually if you had asked me what my own love language is, I would be able to
easy
tell
for you. Yeah, that was why I flipped it.
Okay. So, oh my God, and I know he's gonna be thinking now. Let me know how well you really know me.
Celia on the hot seat. Celia on the hot seat.
You see, the thing is,
she's still thinking. Celia, I should be like this now. Celia, I should be like this now.
No, because honestly,
I love you, Yori.
Honestly, right, my husband's love language, he likes intimacy a lot. Okay, so he likes cuddling, he likes kissing, he absolutely loves that. Okay, so that's something. My husband can kiss for days and I'm like, oh my God, you should take a break, like, honestly. Okay, so that is something that he really likes. My husband will do everything so that I don't have to do anything, so that I can just sit there and just be kissing him. Basically, do you understand? So that's his love language. Sometimes he says, because I like cooking and I like to feed him, so sometimes he will say, if you gave me sex as much as you give me food, It's not that I don't give him sex, I do, but you know, so he likes intimacy, he likes cuddling, he likes I don't know, my husband is he's not materialistic at all. It's very hard for you to buy him a gift, right? So I don't think there's any gift that I can buy. No, when I ask him, what do you want for your birthday? He'd be like, I don't want anything. I just want to spend time with you.
Exactly.
You understand? I mean, I'll be like, I beg, Joy, is it not just easier for me to just buy you a gift? But no, Celia, I just want to spend time with you. I don't want anything. I don't want a gift and all of that. But so those are the kind of things that he likes. He likes intimacy, cuddling, kissing. And yeah, those are the kind of things that he likes. I really don't, because it's not someone that you would say, oh, give him money or do this or do that. And I know that, I think I must have said this before as well. Earlier on, after we got married, in the early days of our marriage, we were married 9 years in January this year. And when we argue, thank you, Jude, when we argue, we will go to bed and he I don't know, somehow he likes to argue and we end up not resolving things. But I'm the kind of person that I just want to argue, but let's move on, because I just don't like it, especially if I have to stay in the same house with you, because it just makes me feel very unsettled, uneasy. But he's all right, he can just get on. And then I had to actually say to him, look, listen, it's not helping me. Do you understand? Because I think when we argue as a couple, it's fine, right? Because then you want to know what you've done to upset your partner so that you don't repeat the same thing. So it's okay, but we need to talk about it and then we need to move on. And honestly, yesterday we went to the African shop because we ran out of rice, right? And we were coming from the shop and we just had a minor argument because I said, okay, go and park where, if there's a street you're not supposed to really park on, but people park on that street and remain in the car so that if any inspector is coming, you can just drive up. So I had quite a few bags I was carrying and I was in the shop and I said to him, okay, I'm done, I'm coming now. But he started driving out of the street to the beginning of the street where the shop was. But I wanted him to stay where he was so that I can put my things in the car easily without having to rush because people are trying to come into the street. And believe it or not, we started arguing. Do you understand? I was saying, but you should have waited where you were parked. He was like, but I was coming to meet you so that you don't have to carry those bags, those heavy bags, all the way to where I was parked. And we were arguing and arguing and arguing. And in the end, I just said, okay, I now had to just say, okay, yeah, I get what you mean. But in my head, I'm thinking, oh, do you know what? This is an argument that's not even worth it. Do you understand? And then later on, as we were in the kitchen, cleaning all the things that we bought, he now said, babe, so you see how easy it is for couples to just argue for no reason, right? And I'm sure other couples might have that same argument and it will be blown out of proportion.
Of course, when they
ask you what happened and you tell them,
it's because of a bag of rice.
Do you understand? Do you understand? But he was just like, because we've been there. If it was a few years ago when we just got married, I'm telling you, that argument could have caused something else. Like it could lead to days of not talking to each other, right? But we were able to just nip it in the bud. I knew when to just say, okay, it's enough. I'm not going to respond anymore. Let's just end it there. And I allowed him to just get out what he wanted to say from his mind. And I was like, yes, I see where you're coming from. And I just left it. And when we came to the kitchen, we were cleaning up the things to put them away. And he said, babe, you see, this is what can cause couples to really argue for no reason. And it leads to other things. So we're so in tune. Do you understand? We're so in tune. And I just love the where we are in our marriage. I'll say the lockdown has helped a lot. Okay, because normally I'm rushing to work, coming back from work, cooking homework for my son, and going back to bed because I have to wake up early in the morning. I don't really have time to spend with him. But now we're working from home. You finish work, I can come downstairs and relax. Do you understand? And I spend time with him. I take my break, I spend it with him. Do you understand? So it has really made a difference in our relationship. Thank you for the setup, Yuri.
I felt if I asked you, and me that I'm not even married to you, Seth, know your love language. So it would have been easy for me or you to say. But if there's anything my husband likes, is for someone to touch him. He likes, like, his love language is touch. And at the same time, for you to listen. Now, let me give you an instance. There was a guy that was asking me out, which we weren't married then. So Mr. Gada knew him, that he was asking. They used to jam when each other came to show their hand. So, but I went with Mr. Bada, and then I felt, okay, this guy was like, the reason why I actually didn't go with this guy is that he's just so stingy, and it was just not for me. So there was another friend of mine that needed, or that was single, and I hooked them up. So this guy bought her house and said, oh, Yuri, I'm doing a housewarming. Me and your friend, blah, blah, blah. You guys should come. So I was going with my two sister-in-laws. And I told my husband, I was like, so person, and his new girlfriend, they bought a place. So I'm going to go to the party. And he was like, don't go. I was like, no, I'll go. And everyone knows this. My husband likes you to listen. So I said, I will go. So we went. We partied. When we were coming back on the 8:30, my car broke down. So I called my husband. I was like, then we were still. I was like, I said, babe, the car. He was like, so what should I do? I said, but your sisters are in the car. The guy clicked the phone. We were on the 8:30 trailer and all this. So I had to call my brother-in-law, as in then I wasn't married yet. So we had to get AA to tow us back home. So if there's anything, even if anything, if Tunde says, oh, I don't think we should do this, as long as I listen, I can get away. I can kill somebody who would stand and say he's the one that killed the person. So those are the two things, for you to actively listen to him and then touch. Now, in closing, I'm just going to ask, do you think Nigerian women have evolved? And Celia mentioned something around feminist moves. This, I don't really want us to go there. But do you think Nigerian women being evolved? They have their jobs now, they've got their careers, they're boss ladies, they're moving the way men are moving. Is that what the issue is, gone? Or it's just the surface thing? And it's just 1 minute, and then I'll start with Jude and we can round up.
I don't think the Nigeria being in that space currently is evolved at all. And that includes the man and the woman. What they're just doing is showing off on, we've got social media now, so everything is pronounced. Previously, before these young ladies and young guys buying houses over VGC and Lekki, wherever, phase 2 or phase 20, there were women doing this already, but they didn't have the benefit of social media to show off what they were doing. They were boss ladies I know so many boss ladies that we were aspiring to be like, wow, look at that person. So they've not really evolved in the sense. Most of them don't even understand the term feminism. They don't know what it means. People just run with slogans and all. A lot of them don't even know what they're talking about half of the time. There was one before who was saying, don't go carry belly for somebody, not do this, but she ended up carrying belly for who knows, whoever the man it was. So getting these material things they're not evolved because they have material wealth now. In the real sense of experiencing the being, they've not evolved at all. Even me talking, we're still working on that. We've not evolved yet. We've not arrived yet. We're still working on those issues. But because of the opportunity of where we are at the moment, things have rubbed off us. So we're trying to then match our ways and our doings to all of that because of what we see. But to be in the Nigerian sphere and tell me you've evolved, that's a big lie. That's a big lie.
Thanks for that, Jude. Shegun, Nigerian women, like Jude said, we're still evolving. But do you think given that we've got social media now, people are showing off. Nigerian women are actually, I would think we have, because, in the past, we had women that were working and were comfortable with not being known, but you've got women who are working and want to be known that I'm actually working and making money. So is that what the issue is, that the society has not caught on, or Nigerian women are trying to catch up with the society? Is that what the issue is?
I think the Nigerian women, they are still trying to catch up with the society. Yeah, because that's why they always compare themselves to Instagram, compare themselves to every other thing they see. You understand what I'm saying? So before Instagram, before social media, I know a lot of women back in the 80s, you understand, that doing very well.
Yeah.
So nobody knows nothing, you understand? So now, with the social media, it has really changed a lot of their orientation. Oh, I want to be like this person, but you don't even know this person. Oh, this person bought house in VGC, blah, blah, blah. I want to, you understand? Everything is on social media. If you live the life of social media, it's just too fast. You understand? It's fake. They will tell you this is fake. It's not real. Because I can filter anything on social media and make it look. That's in Nigeria. That's where Nigeria, we are still in the same place. There's no change from
at all.
It's just social media difference. Finish.
Okay. Yeah.
Shop social media, but we've got likes of Linda Ikeji that have money. I don't see her filtering anything. She has money. So is it that let's use her as a case in point. She might not be the best example, but she's loaded. We have the lady that owns that beautiful, Celia, cock your head. That lady that has that beautiful house. We have people that actually supposedly are working and making money. Is it that the social media is now like a platform to showcase your wealth? Because I have it. Not in the 80s where women are not encouraged to own their own with their chest. We have women that are willing to chest it out and know that, yes, I can buy a Bentley with my eyes closed.
Yeah, I think what the guy said is kind of correct, because even in the past, not all the guys had the platform to showcase what they had. Now everybody has the platform to showcase what they have, and that's why we have it all over the place. And irrespective of whether social media or not, I think it has to depend on the individual ladies, yes, and how they carry themselves, even after showing off whatever they have on the internet. So yeah, social media definitely has a role to play, and the person's upbringing or character too has another role to play in the whole thing. So that's just it.
Celia, in closing, so are we saying that you have your money, you shouldn't show off that you're actually making the money, given that we know how hard it is to make money? And women, when you go to the corridors of power, the representation is not all that there?
Okay, so for me, I think that if a woman is successful and she wants to brag about her success, I don't think it should be seen as a bad thing, but then there's a limit to everything, right? I definitely want to give accolades to those women out there that are actually doing well for themselves, that are running the home, regardless of whether they're married or not. They're helping their families, their siblings, their parents. I want to give accolades to those women as well, because we can't just say, oh, social media, people were doing it before. Yes, women were doing it before, right? As some of you rightly said. But most of those women did not receive those accolades. Their husbands were the ones that received those accolades, because then a woman could not actually come out and say, I bought that house. People are going to say, so what? You want to embarrass your husband and you're trying to say that your husband does not have money. So rather, she hides under the umbrella of her husband, and she would rather say, my husband bought that house, so that respect will come onto her husband as the man of the home. Is that a bad thing? No. But however, if women these days now sort of feel like, well, you know what? I worked hard and I built that house and I want to show off what I've done, I don't think people should be upset about it. Because when you really work hard for something, right? And you want to really show that you have, you're happy about what you've achieved, I think people should be happy for you. But in saying that, I know that there are women out there that they are married, right? But they are moving as if they are single. Okay. I'm not the kind of person to boast. Do you understand? I like to always bring my husband with me. Okay. Because some women are very comfortable with saying, oh, I'm the one that's paying the house rent. I bought the house. My husband's money is not in it. For me, if you're a married woman and you're doing things like that, I don't think it's nice. Do you understand? Because then I start to question the foundation of that marriage. You're one. You're with your husband. You're one. You've decided to come together to get married. You're one. So whatever you do, whether you're the one spending the money or not, it's okay for you to say, I and my husband bought that house. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay. So for me, yes, women are now coming out on social media to say, this is my house, or, I did this and this is what I've achieved. This is my achievement. Look at that woman now. Is it Iwela or whatever her name is? It was just her. Nobody really recognizes her husband. Is she married? I mean, I don't know.
She is.
Okay. But everybody's just, she's now the new whatever position she is, which is great. But those days, I don't even think that woman will be given that kind of role in
I think Celia Okonjo-Iweala, she's always had the accolades. And if you look at this whole big story now, people still pointed to the fact that don't be comparing yourself to Okonjo-Iweala because she never had the upbringing. Our parents did very well. They were top class people. They took her to the best schools. So don't even go there and say she's not your role model. She was never your level. But you said something about the women of before didn't get the accolade. Even ladies now putting things on the ground. I don't have issues with anybody putting anything. You can put whatever you have there. Oh my God, don't beef them. Don't envy them. But still, because I've seen few, they'll be like, oh yeah, my new pad in VGC or my new pad in whatever area in Lagos. And 2 days later, somebody say, we know the boy that bought it for you.
Yes.
We know the man you slept with. So so you see, they're still getting owned. The society where we live, that's why I said both people have not evolved, the man and the woman in the society. In this society, I know millionaires. I know a millionaire who her husband is a vice president of a bank, global bank, vice president in this country. And she is equally rich. But no one walking outside, no one will tell which of them has the money. But in Nigeria, a lady goes around by a pad, they still say, oh, I know the guy where she slept with yesterday. That's how she got it.
You see, Jude, hence the reason why I said hard working, right? Hard working.
Good luck with that.
Because, that term is very important, hard working. That woman that has really worked for her money. And I'm not talking, see the thing, anyway.
You know where you see them? Go on LinkedIn. You will see those women.
People is hard work too.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not even gonna. That's what I'm saying. That's a territory I don't even want to step into because maybe that's another topic. Okay. Yeah. When I say hardworking, whether a laborer you want to do, whether not working on the street, hardworking, whether it's manual labor, office work, or whatever. I'm not talking about all those shows that have done one night slept with a rich man, and that for me, that's not hard work. I don't care what anybody says, right? But I'm talking about real hardworking women because these days when you go on Instagram, people are buying cars, they're buying houses. Now everybody is what do they call this thing now? A brand ambassador, right? Everybody's a brand ambassador. And when you look at what they're brand ambassadors for, is a bleaching cream or soap. And are you kidding me? Absolutely. Do you understand? So when you mentioned this girl earlier, Jude, is it Eki? Her name is
I did.
Okay, Yori. Yeah. Now, when that girl came out with the video of her house and everything, not long after that, other videos started to surface the internet of how she's doing threesome, twosomes, she's traveling with men to Dubai, and people poured shit on that her story and said, you didn't really get this house all from your hard work. We'll never know, okay? But what I'm saying is, there are women out there that are doing well for themselves. If they want to come out and say, oh, wow, this is what I have achieved from my hard work, I applaud women like that. But for those who have gone and shagged the senator or slept with a married man or done other things, but please, just nobody really wants to see that. But guess what? They're all on the ground, right? Yeah, as Shego and Funshaw said, it's all fake. It's all fake. So we shouldn't be moved by what we see on Instagram because nobody is going to show you. Nobody's going to come and show you their bad life. They are suffering on Instagram. They're always going to come and show you the good things. And most of those things, they don't even own it anyway.
Exactly.
Okay, so they don't even own it. So we have to be very careful.
We should celebrate. We should celebrate men and ladies who are putting in the hard work. Yes. And there are loads of them. They don't get mentioned that much. I know a lady, I don't know her personally, just was going through Instagram in the early days, and I saw that she was a shoemaker. And I just got on her page. Her story was so beautiful. Single mother, a shoemaker in Lagos. And I immediately got into it. I said, how can we help you? Can we become partners, or just let us know? This is worth celebrating. We need to celebrate this. And she said, oh, I'm very small. I don't know about partnership now, but you can support by buying my shoes. I ordered 2 pair of loafers from that lady in Lagos. I paid for delivery to my house in London, put the loafers on my foot, took pictures, put it on the gram, and I started to tag other celebrities. This lady has gone far and wide now, making shoots for celebs in Lagos. Those are the type she don't own her property yet, she don't own a car yet, but she's gonna go global. These are the kind of people we should celebrate.
Okay. Well, this is good. Olivia is to the lady that actually tweeted this. I don't think she needs anyone's advice. She just wanted people to understand where she was coming from by not finding any Nigerian man desirable. So if any of
Tell
you
her to change the location of where she goes to.
And she should be calming down. Let her calm down. There are lots of women out there that are more well-to-do than she is, and they are not this arrogant. Yeah.
Okay. So Funshaw, Shegun, Jude, Celia, if you find anybody, let me know. I would let her know. Not that she sent me.
No, I don't want to her.
Like attract like.
It's been fun trashing this, and we look forward to seeing you next week. If you're just joining, well, I wouldn't even expect you to stop joining, because we're global, baby. We're on Pop Central channel 189 every Sundays at 9 p.m., where you can catch myself, Celia, Jude, Funshaw, and Shegun, our newbie, dropping the bomb on a reg. So tune in next week, and then we'll discuss another interesting episode. Until next week. Mwah. Bye.
Bye-bye.